Well, let me bring in now Behnam Taleblu. He's a senior fellow at the FDD. Thank you very much for being with us, Behnam. So we were just talking about the comments made by Israel's national security advisor that Israel will have to go to war with Hezbollah eventually. It can't have this terrorist group sitting on its northern border. Just wondering, how do you think those comments will be in the most bullish comments I think we've heard on Hezbollah? How do you think that will be interpreted in Beirut by Hezbollah and also by Iran?
Listen, every day, and it's a pleasure to be with you both, every day there's a new normal between Israel and Hezbollah based on the nature of the weapons, the quantity of the weapons, the quality of the weapons being fired from Lebanese Hezbollah at Israel. There's been internal displacement. It's really a matter of when, not if, Israel is going to have to more fully address that northern front. The question is it going to look like a potential third Lebanon war scenario, a repeat or intensification of the 2006 conflict, or will Iran bring more of its proxy network called the Axis of Resistance online? So far, this new normal negotiated every day between Israel and Hezbollah is still leading to deaths. There are IRAMs, drones, anti-tank weapons, and rockets being fired over the border. But if Israel can somehow manage to make itself the political and military enforcer of UN Resolution 1701, then, of course, the Iranians and Hezbollah are going to try to find a way to push back on that.
Right, because there is talk now about pushing Hezbollah back, not necessarily destroying it as we're seeing Hamas being destroyed in Gaza, but pushing Hezbollah back geographically north of the Litani River. I mean, would the group ever accept that?
Well, it's not just a matter of the group ever accepting that. The question is, how beneficial will this be for Israeli national security as well as for U.S. national security interests? The ranges of some of Hezbollah's munitions now far outpace the ranges that Hezbollah had when that resolution was passed at the UNSC. So while it would significantly devalue, for instance, some of the anti-tank weapons or the IRAMs, rockets and PGMs would still be able to be operated from further north or further afield in Lebanon. So in my view, it's necessary but not sufficient to dealing with a terror threat like Hezbollah that happens to still sit on Israel's northern border, not by accident, but by design from the Islamic Republic of Iran.
All right, and, you know, how is this all being viewed by Tehran? You know, we've got the Houthis stepping up their attacks. We've got the war in Gaza is severely degrading Hamas's capabilities. Presumably Tehran does not want to see that kind of damage inflicted on Hezbollah as well.
Indeed, which is why Hezbollah has taken a line similar to Tehran. In fact, there's a great similarity between what Nasrallah said in Lebanon and what Khamenei said in Iran about trying to praise the move on October 7, but distance themselves from any responsibility. Open source reporting, particularly from the Wall Street Journal, paints a qualitatively different picture. But nonetheless, Iran doesn't want to have to sacrifice Hezbollah to save Hamas. But what it is trying to do with the Houthis in Yemen, first with direct strikes against Israel, fortunately, all of which are intercepted, but now against shipping linked to Israel and anything in the Red Sea, as well as with attacks on America in Iraq and Syria, is to force the potential of an escalation spiral to get America to intervene to restrain Israel and thus to save Hamas in this fashion.
Behnam, thank you very much indeed. Great to talk to you. Behnam Taleblu at the FDD there.
Thank you.